Okay, so imagine just one simple action. Something that could seriously improve your mental well-being, maybe boost your physical health too, and really strengthen, every important relationship you have.
Hmm.
It's not some secret formula, right, or complex therapy. It's actually something we often overlook. Genuine gratitude.
Right. It sounds so simple.
It does, and for lots of us, it kind of starts as just a phrase. A polite thank you. But what if practicing it could fundamentally shift your perspective, change your whole daily experience, make you more resilient, healthier, more connected?
That's the potential. Absolutely.
So today, that's what we're doing. A deep dive into genuine gratitude. We want to explore its real impact on you and figure out how you can show appreciation in ways that actually strengthen those vital bonds.
It's fascinating because we often treat gratitude like it's just a feeling that comes and goes, when it's really more of a practice, an act of recognition.
Active recognition, I like that.
Yeah. At its core, it's about acknowledging, appreciating the positive gifts we get.
Yeah.
And just as importantly, affirming the role other people play in bringing that goodness, that positivity into our lives.
So it's not just about having stuff.
No, not at all. It's understanding maybe the journey of how something good came to you, recognizing the people who helped along the way.
Okay, so beyond just that warm, fuzzy feeling, what are the actual, science-backed benefits? What makes gratitude so powerful for our health, our minds? We're talking more than just feeling nice for a second, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The research is really quite compelling. For your mental well-being, practicing gratitude consistently, it actively boosts positive emotions, things like joy, pleasure, enthusiasm. And that leads to improved overall life satisfaction. It can even reduce stress and pain because it activates neural networks linked with pleasure and social bonding.
Wow.
And what's truly remarkable, there's evidence suggesting it actually helps with depression by causing structural changes in the brain. It's almost like you're literally rewiring your brain.
Rewiring the brain. That sounds incredibly powerful, almost too good to be true. How deep do those changes really go? And how consistently do we need to practice?
That's a really good question. And yeah, it seems pretty fundamental. Many experts think that, negative thought patterns, these cognitive distortions, they contribute to things like depression, anxiety.
Right.
Gratitude, in a way, acts like a positive cognitive distortion.
Right.
Instead of fixating on the bad stuff or assuming the worst.
You flip the script.
Exactly. You encourage your brain to redirect attention to the people, the places, the experiences that actually enrich your life. You start noticing the tailwinds, the benefits, the good conditions, not just the headwinds, the barriers.
So it's about intentionally shifting focus.
Precisely. It's about intentionally choosing where you put your mental energy. And doing that consistently, well, that's what builds those neural pathways over time.
And this isn't just in the mind, is it? I mean, there's that strong connection between mental and physical states. How does gratitude show up physically?
You've hit on such a critical point there. The mind-body link is, well, it's undeniable. Gratitude's been linked to a stronger immune system.
Really?
Yeah, lower blood pressure, even fewer symptoms for things like headaches or respiratory infections. It seems our bodies respond positively, too, when we cultivate appreciation.
That's amazing.
And beyond that, studies suggest it can boost motivation to exercise, practice self-care, even lead to better sleep. So you feel more rested, more energized. It's really holistic.
Okay, so the science definitely makes a strong case for why we should care about gratitude. But let's be honest, sometimes trying to practice it can feel a bit, superficial. You make a list. Say you're grateful for your coffee, but it doesn't always land. Is that common? How do we get past that?
Oh, that is so common. And it's really important to know it's not a failure on your part if it feels that way at first.
Okay, good.
Think of it like exercise or even brushing your teeth. You might not feel thrilled doing it initially, right? You're just going through the motions because you know it's good for you long term.
Right, the discipline aspect.
Exactly. Consistent practice builds the habit, and that trains your mind over time. The goal isn't to force some big feeling right away. It's more about establishing the routine and trusting the process, the feelings. They tend to come more naturally later as you keep showing up.
That really reframes it. Less pressure to feel it instantly. So we want to go deeper than just a surface list. How do we actually start cultivating that genuine gratitude daily?
Well, a really powerful starting point is gratitude journaling. But, and this is crucial, with a twist, specificity. It's absolutely key.
Specificity. Okay.
So instead of just writing, grateful for my family,
Which is nice, but broad.
right, try to capture a specific moment. Maybe it's grateful my coworkers brought me that soup when I was sick last Tuesday, or even the perfect amount of sugar in my coffee this morning, or like finding the shortest line at Trader Joe's,
Ah, yes. The small wins.
Exactly. The more precise and sensory you can be, the more real that feeling becomes. It's almost like reliving it.
I can totally see how that would work. And you mentioned it's not just about adding things, something about subtraction. That sounds interesting.
Yes, subtraction, not just addition. It's a really powerful technique, sometimes called stoic negative visualization.
Okay.
It's not about dwelling on the negative. It's more about briefly imagining life without something you usually take for granted.
Like what?
Maybe your eyesight, or just the safety of your home. That little mental shock can snap you into this profound appreciation for what you do have. It highlights its true value in a way you might not normally see.
Wow. Okay. That hits differently than just listing positives.
It really does. It helps appreciate things we just assume will always be there. And also think depth over breadth in your journal. Elaborate on one or two things in detail rather than a long, shallow list.
Makes sense.
And try focusing on people more than things. Recognizing others' contributions, their kindness, that tends to hit harder emotionally.
So beyond journaling, how can we weave this mindful appreciation into just everyday life, our interactions, our routines?
One great way is to simply observe your thank yous. Are they just automatic, habitual, or are they intentional? Can you pause, actually feel the gratitude for a second, and then express it?
Paying attention to the autopilot.
Exactly. You can also engage your senses more deliberately. Try like a 5-minute savor the moment meditation. Be grateful for sights the color of the sky, shadows or sounds, like birdsong, maybe even your own heartbeat. Smells, fresh coffee, flowers.
Getting really present.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even on a walk outside, maybe for 20 minutes. Consciously focus on positive sensations. The feel of the air, cool architecture, maybe kids laughing nearby. These little practices ground you, highlight the good stuff we usually filter out.
Okay, so we're talking about noticing the good, but you also mentioned something about remembering the bad. And even embracing negative moments. That sounds challenging.
It definitely can be challenging, but potentially very insightful. Reflecting on past tough times, it creates this powerful contrast. It helps you appreciate how far you've come, the growth.
Like perspective.
Then there's what some call negative gratitude. Being grateful for what you don't have.
How does that work?
It sounds a bit dark maybe, but think. Grateful my legs work, or grateful I don't have that debilitating illness. It just puts your current blessings into really sharp relief.
I see. Stark contrast again.
Exactly. And even embracing bad moments, maybe hurtful comments, you can try to reframe them as opportunities. They often bring hidden feelings up so you can explore them, or they remind you what it feels like to be alive, and how good it feels when you're not in those states.
Finding the lesson, maybe.
Something like that. And finally, connecting with a narrative can be huge. Thinking of a story where someone receives gratitude, like a teacher getting a heartfelt thank you from a student years later, that taps into the emotional power from both sides.
Okay, this really deepens the personal practice. But that raises the next big question. Once we've cultivated this insight, how do we express it outwards to others in a way that genuinely strengthens relationships? Because you said it's like social glue, right?
It absolutely is social glue. Expressing gratitude, genuinely, it strengthens those emotional bonds, boosts well-being in the relationship, encourages more positive behavior, builds trust, respect, like a booster shot for relationships.
A booster shot. I like that.
And it promotes healthier communication, too. There's this idea, the find, remind, bind theory.
Find, remind, bind.
Yeah, gratitude helps us find good people, good relationships. It reminds us to appreciate the ones we already have. And it binds us by motivating us to invest more in those connections. It creates this positive upward spiral.
Okay, so how do we move beyond just a simple thank you? How do we make our words really hit home, make them more memorable?
Again, specificity is your best friend here. Instead of just, hey, thanks for your help.
Which is fine, but...
It's fine. But try something like, wow, I really appreciate how you stayed so calm during that tough client call. Honestly, I couldn't have managed that without your steady presence. See the difference?
Yeah, much more impactful. You're noticing how they helped.
Exactly. Or maybe the way you cooked that specific dish tonight. It brings back such happy memories, and your effort just really makes me feel cared for.
Yeah.
Share your feelings directly, too. Like, you make me so happy when you do X, or I genuinely appreciate you. You mean so much to me. You make me feel really loved and seen. Compliment their effort, not just the result.
Ah, good one. Like, thanks for the effort you put in with the kids this week. I know it wasn't easy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And here's a powerful one. Brag about them to someone else and then tell them you did.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, like I was just telling my coworker today how incredibly thoughtful and clever you are. And you know what? They told me I was really lucky to have you.
That would feel amazing to hear.
Right. Focus on their unique qualities too. I honestly don't know what I'd do without you, or nobody makes me as happy as you do. And even, how you handle conflict matters.
How so?
Well, fighting fair, not blaming, focusing on the problem, really listening, that itself can be a huge affirmation. It shows you value the relationship enough to be respectful even when things are tough.
That's a really profound point about communication, even the hard parts. So, okay, words are powerful. What about beyond words? Nonverbal stuff, especially if words aren't someone's strong suit or just to add another layer?
Oh, nonverbal expressions are huge and universal. Acts of kindness speak volumes, right? Cook their favorite meal, run that errand they hate, help with a task without being asked, offer support for their goals.
Actions speak louder.
Sometimes, yes. Thoughtful gifts, too, even small or homemade things that show you get them or remember a shared memory. Gifts can be experiences, too, like tickets to something they'd love.
Right, not just material things.
Exactly. Quality time, being fully present, no phone, really listening, that's a massive affirmation. And for different communication styles or just creativity, artworks. Draw a picture, paint a card, decorate a small gift.
Simple gestures, too.
Absolutely. A gentle touch, a warm smile, an enthusiastic high five, even just a hand over your heart can convey so much gratitude. Tactile tokens like a little handmade bracelet or maybe a cherished soft toy given as a symbol can hold deep meaning.
Tangible reminders.
Yeah. And personalized routines or rituals, like a quiet hug or snuggle time as a bedtime gratitude thing. It builds consistent, loving connection. Even picture supports, like a thank you board with images, can be great, especially for kids or nonverbal folks.
That's a lot of great ideas. And this applies across different relationships, right? Like, let's talk about friends. We sometimes take them for granted, assume they know we appreciate them.
We absolutely do. For friends, a heartfelt letter can be incredibly powerful. I heard this story about a guy, Sam, who got an unexpected gratitude letter from an old friend. It sparked this whole renewed connection after years, deepened things way more than text could.
Wow, a letter. Old school, but effective.
Totally. But beyond letters, thoughtful digital messages that are more than just an emoji, doing something special and unexpected, really carving out quality, undistracted time, offering public kudos, like a social media shout-out, if that's their thing, or actively supporting their goals, all super impactful for friends.
Okay. And what about family? Especially raising grateful kids, that feels like a huge challenge for a lot of parents.
It is a challenge, but so important. And kids, they learn mostly by example. So, set one. Genuinely thank the waitress, the neighbor, thank your kids for helpful things, even chores they do, without prompting.
Modeling it.
Exactly. Point out generosity when you see it, when others or your kids go above and beyond. Have actual conversations about how showing appreciation makes others feel. Relate it back to times they felt appreciated.
Make it concrete for them.
Yes. Find fun ways to say thanks, drawing a picture, sending a smiling selfie instead of writing, especially for younger kids. Share the love outwards. Make cookies for coaches, neighbors, firemen.
Get them involved in giving.
Right. Help them put things in perspective, too. Talk about those less fortunate carefully, of course, to foster compassion. Let them choose how to give back. Maybe a fundraiser or bake sale. Volunteer together as a family.
Then that bedtime ritual.
Oh yeah, the simple bedtime gratitude thing, asking for 3 specific things they're grateful for each night. It ends the day on such a positive note, and crucially, give kids credit for their unique ways of showing gratitude. It might be a hug, not words, or helping around the house. Their expression might not look like yours, and that's okay.
That's a really important reminder. And finally, what about the workplace? That's where we spend so much time, but gratitude can often feel absent.
It's so critical there. Expressing gratitude at work isn't just fluffy stuff. It genuinely improves morale, gives people a sense of purpose, creates a more positive, collaborative vibe.
So managers have a big role.
Huge. Managers really set the tone. Make it a point to thank the thankless employees, the ones doing crucial background work that often goes unnoticed. Create opportunities for gratitude, maybe an office gratitude journal or a thank you wall.
Visible appreciation.
Exactly. And really importantly, remember to acknowledge the positives during tough times. Frame stressful periods not just as burdens, but as chances to learn and appreciate how the team pulled together and got stronger. That recognition can transform a rough patch into, believe it or not, a bonding experience.
Wow. So really weaving it in everywhere. We've covered so much ground. It's clear gratitude isn't just, a passive feeling. It's a powerful, intentional practice. It can reshape our minds, strengthen our bodies, deepen our most important connections. It's about being intentional, specific, and often just actively choosing to see the good, even when it's not staring you in the face. From building that personal practice inside to expressing genuine appreciation outwards in ways that really land, gratitude is truly a skill we can all learn and refine.
It really is. And that leads to a kind of fascinating final thought, maybe. What if we approached every interaction, every challenge, even just the quiet moments, not with this expectation of what we're missing or what's wrong, but with a curious, open heart, actively looking for something, anything to be grateful for? How might that subtle, ongoing shift not only transform your life, your own well-being, but actually ripple out? How might it change the world immediately around you?
That's a powerful question to leave folks with.
Well, the journey towards stronger bonds, deeper contentment, more fulfilling life. It often starts with that simple, genuine act of saying thank you in all its many, many powerful forms.